We're still up on the tripod. There's a beautiful sunrise happening across the lake. Through the trees. Whew. See if we can get another glimpse of it. We seem to be going back inland a little bit here, but we'll see. It keeps curling around, bringing me back to the cliffs. See the sunrise through the trees. Something that's interesting, just look at some of the changing color. Again, the goldens. If you can see that. Man, this morning, this trail has been a challenge. Look, the goldens right in there, for instance. And right on some of these leaves here, the golden as the sun, as it rises and its light hits some of those leaves. Not everywhere. There's none here, just where it penetrates. Trees are a little thicker here. Good morning, everybody. Oh, yeah, we said good morning earlier, but it was very dark. It was just a sign. No rock bolting. Okay, well, hell, these rocks are so challenging I can barely climb over them. So I'm not bolting anywhere. But anyhow, that's one rule I can follow, I guess. Hey, Jasper here. Y'all welcome. Day 30, September the 29th, 2022, on our northbound through hike attempt of the Bruce Trail 2022. Whew. Yeah. Man. Chilly this morning. The weatherman said it would be, but you know what? The weather system has totally changed now. The morning dew this morning was horrendous. Whew, this is a little bit tricky here. Yeah. I'm going to talk to you more about the morning dew, but later. I think I need my poles here in both hands. There was a question, a couple of weeks ago now. I didn't answer it at the time, but I'm answering it now. The question was, do I ever take a blue trail, a blue blaze side trail? Well, this will answer the question. Geodetic side trail, length 100 meters. This dead-end trail leads southbound, leading to the 45th parallel geodetic marker, the halfway point between the equator and the North Pole. Well, the answer is yes. If there's something of interest to me, something I would like to say experience or see or know more about, I will take that blue trail. Way, way, way in the south, and I can't recall where. I think it was in the Toronto section. In fact, it was. It was just when I left Cedar Springs Motel. There was a side trail to the Bennett Heritage. It's called the Bennett Heritage Side Trail. And I took that side trail because I'd heard it was interesting. And it indeed was. Showed you the Bennett kind of homestead from back in the day. And I was delighted that I had done that. Well, as I pushed towards Lion's Head from Barrow Bay, I knew the geodetic landmark between the equator and the North Pole was located on a side trail. That side trail is called the Inland Trail. So I elected to take that inland trail when it came available to me and head towards the second side trail that would take me to the geodetic point. And I wanted to just see that, or experience that. And in fact, I see the end of the trail right here. I don't know if there's any real marker. I don't know what's here. I'd be disappointed if there wasn't a marker. I don't see one. I don't see a marker. Well, I do. There's a cairn with one of those brass satellite marking plates right there. There. Some kind of canvas. No idea what that's all about. And a pole. Okay. Well, we experienced the geodetic point between the equator and the North Pole. We have experienced that. You have experienced that right here on Trail Named Jasper's YouTube channel. We're going to head back to, or back down, this 100-meter blue blaze to the inland blue blaze and continue back to the white blaze of the actual main trail. So again, to answer the young lady's question from a couple of weeks ago, and I apologize for not answering it at the time, yes, if there's something that interests me. Always remember one thing about hiking. There's all kinds of people that will tell you all kinds of different things about what constitutes, say, a through hike or a section hike or whatever. But you know what? It doesn't matter. None of that matters whatsoever. The most important thing about hiking is hike your own hike. Do what you want to do. Go as fast as you want to go. Go as slow as you want to go. Sit here, stop there. Don't sit here, don't stop there. Keep walking, don't walk. Whatever. Go into town, have a burger. Don't go into town, don't have a burger. Whatever, does not matter. What matters is you hike your own hike. And don't ever make some of the mistakes I've made in regards to hiking your own hike. If you choose to hike alone, you choose to hike alone. If you choose to hike with others, you choose to hike with others, or any kind of combination thereof. I've hiked with alone a lot. This whole Bruce Trail, I've hiked alone. This is the 4th time I've through hiked the Bruce Trail, and every single time I hiked alone. If you do choose to hike with somebody else in a tramway, and some of the busier trails, you can do that. Colorado, Appalachian, I did hike with Butcher for, quite a bit. When I say hike, you meet at camp. You don't particularly spend, all day long together. But if you do hook up with other people, you do become a member of a tramway. Don't do that because you don't want to be by yourself. And sacrifice other things because you don't want to be by yourself, such as I know people that have hiked faster than what was good for them because they didn't want to be by themselves. Things like that. You don't need to do that. Just hike your own hike. Choose the people you hike with based on your decisions, not someone else's. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, make changes. Hike your own hike. Speaking of that, I think I better get to hiking my own hike today. As we head towards Lion's Head, today will be our final resupply, last resupply on the Bruce Trail. Don't need a lot of stuff, but I do need some stuff. So it will be the last resupply as we make the final push to Tobermory. So, also, whilst we're there, By the way, thank you, Pam Collins. She got me some information on Rachel's restaurant. So that looks like the place I'll be going to. It'll be breakfast if they're serving breakfast when I get there. It'll be lunch if they're serving lunch. But again, thanks, Pam, for digging out that information for me and sending it to me, because I did ask a question if anybody knew of restaurants that were open. Anyhow, there are some. I know there's a grocery store there, and that's where I'll be stopping to get my resupply. Okay. Day number 30 goes just fine on this really challenging trail today. Avoid rattlesnakes and bears. Stay on trail. As we enter into the absolutely beautiful community of Lion's Head, the trail actually takes us through this gorgeous little campground. Absolutely beautiful in there, right on the bay, right on the water. I just jumped onto a little blue blaze here, and that blue blaze is going to take me to the end of the street. The end of the street, we're going to make a right turn, I believe, and there we're going to find Rachel's diner. Again, thank you, Pam, for that information. Well, yeah, Lion's Head. Resupply, town food, maybe get lucky and put a little bit of electricity into my phone or battery pack or both or whatever, or not. I should have enough to total more electricity. So a little bit of kind of trivia. The other day, you know, I mentioned it's really strange what goes through your mind when you're through hiking by yourself. You're just out here every day. And, well, there's a bed and breakfast over there. Nellie's bed and breakfast. Boy, that sounds good. But anyhow, so a line from a movie. Now I'm going to give you a hint. First of all, it was, I believe, an English actor, and I do believe he has passed away now. I really like this guy. But the line, I'm going to give you the line. You've got to tell me the movie. So the line goes as follows. Oh, by the way, you're fired. That's the line. That's it. I'll say it again. Oh, by the way, you're fired. He said it in a more casual, off the cuff, like, oh, by the way, you're fired kind of way. You got to tell me the movie. Put your comments below. Little trivia, a little fun. What movie did it come from? I like the movie. Okay. Okay. Well, we're on Mill Street, because that house is number 8 Mill Street. I'm going up to the main street, I guess, and I guess this would be, is this, I don't know if this is Highway 6. What's all this? Oh. Oh, look at that. Yeah, like a little person's made a, I hadn't heard of any of those places. It was one of those directional things that people make, you know, name of a place in the distance. I have no idea where any of those places are. Oh well. Oh, by the way, you're fired. Don't forget, put your comments below. Be interesting to see if anyone gets it. First one that gets it wins a prize. Hey, what do we got here? The Fitz Hostel. I did not know that. I did not know there was a hostel here. Oh, now there's an option. Do we stay at the hostel tonight? That would put me a bit behind. Ooh, a hostel. I had no idea there was a hostel here. I'm gonna just check that out. Well, I just tried the front door, it's locked, and there's knocked, there's no answer. The Fitz Hostel. I had no idea there was a hostel here. Wow. You know what? I would maybe stay there. But there's no phone number. Huh. Okay, well, maybe I'll go online and see if I get a signal or a connection here and go online and check it out that way. So we've made it to the famous Rachel's here in Lion's Head. We checked out the hostel, by the way. It's not really a hostel, it's just kind of a house that rents out rooms for the night. $130 plus taxes, so I thought that was kind of expensive for that. So yeah, it's not really a hostel, it's not where I'm going to be staying.
Okay, enjoy your lunch.
Rachel's, let's just take a little look. Not too busy right now, but they have an excellent selection of baked goods. The coffee is amazing because I just got my coffee. They're getting a delivery right now of supplies, and they're bringing in a lot of supplies. It tells me Rachel's is a busy place. Coffee's excellent. So I was too late for breakfast, and I figured I would be. I kind of dragged my sorry ass a little bit. It's must be 11 o'clock or more now, 11:30 maybe. So I've gone with the burger and fries, cheeseburger and fries. And I might get one of those brownies that's in the baked goods section, but we'll see. More about that in a bit. Beautiful community, Lion's Head. Sunshine, weather is great, and I don't think you can see it from here, but just through the other side of this window is my pack. And way down at the bottom, well, you probably can't see, and it doesn't really matter, but I do have my phone and my battery pack plugged in and charging. I'm going to probably spend an hour here and relax. So there we have it. The cheeseburger, fries, my coffee, my orange juice. This is going to be great. Beautiful waterfront, marina, park, the Lion's Head Beachfront Motel. I've stayed there twice. I called them 10, 12 days ago to see if I could get a booking for tonight, but they were all booked up. That's okay. It's a beautiful day. Picnic area. We don't need that now. So, resupply, check. Full belly, burger, fries, coffee, orange juice, brownie, check. Camp water, yeah. You know what? I went ahead and loaded up my camp water. So camp water, check. It is 12:45, quarter to 1-ish, say 1 o'clock. We've got a little over 9 kilometers. About 9.5 kilometers to the Reed's Dump, which is an official overnight rest area on the Bruce Trail. And that is where I'm going to aim for today, which will give me about a 24, 25 kilometer day, which includes, of course, the resupply. Pack's heavy. Heavy for 2 reasons. I decided to pack out camp water, and I just got a resupply. Didn't need a whole lot, but I still managed to spend over $40. Oh well, let's get going. Take a look how clear the water is here. Isn't that something else? Hope that's coming through on the GoPro, but it's very clear water. Absolutely beautiful. Busy marina. The end of September. What, 29th of September. Tomorrow's the last day of September. Full of boats. Oh yeah. They will be hauling them soon. Through October, they'll be hauling them out for the winter. Look at that water though. Crystal clear. Yes, it is. Just crystal clear water. The sign on the post said 2 kilometers to Reed's tenting area. That's the Reed's Dump tenting area. There's also names such as Halfway Dump. So why are they called dumps? Who was this Reed fella, and why did he choose to dump there? Well, the story is this. Back in the day of the logging, they used to cut their logs back in the 1800s and send them down the escarpment into the bay. In the bay, they were much easier to handle. They could put ropes around them. They could kind of roll walk them. Of course, the logs floated, and they could move many, many, many logs that way. And where they sent them down, the escarpment was known as a dump. So Reed's Dump was an area, I guess they just called it Reed's Dump, where they dumped the logs down the escarpment from the logging operation. So after they'd cut them, cut the trees, trimmed the branches and so on, and got a nice kind of trunk timber, if you will, nice round, flush, down the dump it would go, along with others, into the lake for easy handling. So now you know why Reed's Dump is called Reed's Dump, and Halfway Dump is called Halfway Dump. Now, I'm not sure halfway between what, but I don't know. But anyhow, that's why they're called dumps. The trail has not been bad. You know what? Today we had some beautiful walking along the little kind of country lane there, with the homes on the water coming out of Lion's Head. Beautiful, beautiful properties there. It was nice to kind of walk down the main street of Lion's Head, stop at Rachel's. I've stayed there before. The reason why I asked the question, what was there, or I've eaten there before, was simply because the last time I was there was 2 years ago. And due to COVID, you have no idea anymore what's there and what isn't anymore, what's open, what's closed anymore. No idea. But anyhow, Rachel survived that. I'm glad she did. My burger and fries was delightful, and I highly recommend them. Good coffee, excellent baked goods. Yeah. In fact, I'm still quite full. And that was a good couple hours or more ago. Well, 3 hours ago now. Anyhow, should keep moving on to camp. We'll get set up. Should be relatively early, so that'll be nice. And from camp, from the Reed's Dump, I believe it's around 70 kilometers. I think that's about 40, I don't know, that'd be 43, 44 miles to Tobermory. And today is Thursday, so tomorrow morning, Friday morning, when I leave Reed's Dump, we'll have a total of 70 kilometers to do. So that over 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, And I have a full day Sunday because my scheduled pickup is for 5 o'clock. So that's 3 relatively easy days. Although I know where I've camped before, on the night before I went to Tobermory, is about a 20.5 kilometer hike from where I've camped into Tobermory. So that would leave 50 kilometers over the Friday and Saturday. So 25 kilometers a day, and then 20 or so on the final day. So just a little kind of working the numbers a little bit. It's important, by the way. Really it is. I know people say don't worry about time and all this kind of stuff, but planning and all that, but you don't want to work the numbers. The numbers won't lie. As long as you get them right. The numbers won't lie. So you need to know how many days, how many hours, how much water, how much food. Work the numbers. Especially as you build more experience, you start to build a track record of how long it took you to get a certain distance under certain trail conditions, certain pack weights and so on. So you can really start to dial it in to help you with those numbers. Sometimes be specific. I know guys that'll start off a hike and know the day, sometimes even morning or afternoon. Or damn, I've seen hikers say this particular hour and be there or very close to it at that time. That's just by dialing, working the numbers. Okay. So I'll show you a little bit of the trail here as we make our way north, up the escarpment, or along the escarpment and along the shoreline. Now we're in the northern Bruce Peninsula. Beautiful bright day. Hasn't been warm though, although I am down to t-shirt and shorts. Here's a little look-see. So let's take a little look-see and see if you see what I see. That's where we were this morning, on the other side of this bay, of Lionheads Bay, on top of those cliffs over there. Being here. Okay. Let's move on to camp. Reed's Dump Side Trail, 210 meters. Dead end trail leads to overnight rest area at Georgian Bay. Okay. So let us head on down this 210 meter side trail. We've done this before. We've been down this side trail before. We have camped here before. At least I'm pretty sure we have. In fact, I think someone asked me a question a while back about this. And the question was something like, the overnight rest area, tenting area, where you stayed, you walked down a side trail to it. Where was that? Well, if this is it, it is about 9 or 10 kilometers north of Lion's Head on the Bruce Trail. I think this is the one that person was talking about. Okay, let's go down there. Yep, I seem to remember this one. Well, there's a sign there that says toilet. So I wonder if they have like a mouldering toilet here. That'd be nice. Oh, right there would be a nice camp spot. Oh, looks like a fire pit here. Well, there's a fire pit right there, a tent spot. But if I remember rightly, I came back here, if I remember rightly, and I tented right. Well, there's lots of camp spots through here. But if I remember rightly, I tented right in here, which is exactly where I'll probably tent tonight, right in here. But I'm going to take a look around, but I'm going to take my pack off first. Camp is set up for the night here at Reed's Dump. Nice little spot. In fact, this is exactly the same spot I used 2 years ago. There was nobody else here that particular night. I don't anticipate anybody being here tonight, which is such a shame. I wish we could kind of somehow, I don't know, develop more kind of controlled through hiking. It would be really nice just to see another through hiker or section hiker walk down the trail and, you know, sit around camp and chit chat. Anyhow, this is a rock, and strangely enough, that rock right there, that one, is exactly the same rock in the same position that I sat on 2 years ago. But that's where I'm having my dinner. When I got here, I did go down to the water's edge and I washed my feet. That was nice. The water is beautifully warm. Washed my feet, gave them a good scrub with the buff and so on. I felt really good. Sat and had some hot chocolate. Ate the orange. I packed out an orange from the grocery store today. So I ate that along with a few cookies that I picked up there. That was nice. By the way, Old Dutch. Old Dutch is the name of a potato chip company. And I bought a bag of their potato chips today, big bag, in the grocery store. And the flavor I got was, I think it's called roasted chicken. My goodness, those things are delicious. Savory and salty, exactly what you kind of need when you're on trail. Because you do need the salt and so on. And I had a hot chocolate, if I hadn't already said that. For dinner tonight, I think I've got 1/2 Mountain House lasagna meal left. I'm going to have that with some instant potatoes and maybe a whole grain bagel. And I won't have any more hot chocolate. Maybe a little bit of coffee, maybe just a little bit of coffee. I could have a cup of coffee. Yeah. And then probably a Kit Kat bar or something like that. I got a couple of those today. Just enough supplies to get me to what I need for Tobermory for Sunday, and today being Thursday night. It's going to be cool tonight. It's already cool as the air. My hood's on, my cap's on. I got my poofy on. This is going to bring to the end of day 30. I just checked. I've got 70 point whatever miles. So 70 miles, not miles, kilometers. 70 kilometers from here to Tobermory. Really is starting to wind down. And that's okay. Got a lot to do when I get home. So that's okay. You know what? 2022 has been a great year for my through hiking. The Appalachian Trail, the Bruce Trail. 142 days, 3,000 whatever kilometers on the Appalachian Trail, and the 900 kilometers, 34 days, whatever it'll be on the Bruce Trail. 2022 has been a great year for me, for hiking and for through hiking. Wow. Anyhow, you know what? We're going to wrap it up there. Day 31 is going to start, but not till tomorrow morning after I've had my dinner and my rest. And I'll see you guys then. Have a good night.